A lovely day, viewers. This is Property Express, where we bring you all news relating to properties and real estate development. My name is Baba Belinda Bedu. Republic Bank launches its newest prepayment scheme. In view of this, we are speaking to the head of mortgage department for more details. Do stay tuned. We want to thank you for the opportunity given to talk to us. Alright, so Republic Bank is considered amongst the best finance company in granting out home loans and mortgages. Now, in view of this, you've launched or you've come up with your newest payment plan. Could you shed more light on that?
Okay, thank you and welcome. Republic Bank has been offering mortgage to Ghanaians for the past almost 30 years. And we have come to the realization that many Ghanaians have a challenge taking mortgage, mainly because they think that the interest rate is high and the term that is granted for you to pay the loan is very long. So many people think that we will not finish paying, and others also think that the interest repayment on the loan is so huge. And it is for that reason that we have decided to come up with this new repayment plan to help individuals to be able to pay within time and also reduce the interest amount that the individuals will have to pay without necessarily increasing the repayment amount that they do. So this is something that has come out of experience and our interaction and customer feedback that we have received from our customers. Okay, so this new interest rate, this new approach has got to do with getting the people to qualify for a sum amount, but then differing or changing the repayment schedule such that the individual is able to save up to about 40% of the interest that the person would have to pay on the loan. That's what it is.
Now, so does this repayment scheme extend to individuals who have already taken mortgages from you, or it is exclusive to customers who are now about taking a mortgage?
The beauty about this is it is flexible. And it makes the payment so flexible that individuals who are on our mortgage scheme can change their repayment schedule without necessarily increasing their repayment amount. Individuals coming on board now can also adapt that same repayment schedule without again increasing their repayment amount. So for example, if you were qualified for $100,000 or 100,000 Ghana cedis and your repayment was supposed to be say 2,200, you will still be making the same 2,200 without increasing it. But now you reduce your number of years that we have granted you. Let's say somebody who has been granted 20 years will end up using say 14 years or 12 years, and then somebody who has been granted 15 years will now reduce it to about 9 years. And then again, if your interest payment were supposed to be an X amount, it is going to be reduced by as much as 40% of that interest rate.
So how different is this scheme from your other schemes and that of other competitors?
Okay, so the idea that we have we brought up is to ensure that we stagger your payment. We stagger your payment in such a way that the same amount that you pay is also structured in such a way that it services the principal very fast. What it means is that your interest rate that you pay is based on the principal balance that you have. So the principal balance, as quickly as the principal balance reduces, you will also get your interest rate reducing. So we have structured your repayment in such a way that your principal balance is now reducing faster than it used to be. Okay, so if you look at it, you will realize that the money that comes to the company is reduced, but then we also making sure that your interest is taken care of, and we will be able to get a lot more people to log on to buy. In the case of the old repayment schedule and what the other banks are paying, there have not been any change. So the balance of your principal remain the same, and what it means is that the interest accrued on the balance continue to increase or continue to be high based on the principal balance that you have as at the time the interest is being worked out. But at this time, we are making sure that most of your repayment goes into the reduction in the principal balance. So let's say your repayment is 2,000 a month, and you took 100,000 Ghana cedis, and out of the 2,000, 500 is going into principal reduction within the first 5 years, and then subsequently the principal reduction increases. What we are making sure to do is that the 500 hits your principal balance early enough, so that instead of the principal balance remaining the same to the end of the month, it hits it such that now your principal balance reduces and the interest that is charged now reduces. So over the period, from the beginning that you take the loan to the end, you realize that small bit and pieces of reduction in your principal balances reflecting in your interest rate all together now becomes so huge that it now reduces the term that is given to you. So if you have 20 years, we give you usually 20 years to pay, you will end up paying it in 14 or 12 years. And all that difference becomes savings for you.
So in your submission, you mentioned certain technical terms, the principal balance and then the principal reduction. Could you elaborate on that?
Okay, so when we talk of the principal balance, we are talking of the loan that you took.
Okay.
When you take a loan, say 100,000, that becomes your principal loan. Okay, so anytime, whatever that is left.
Is that your principal balance?
That's your principal balance. So anytime that you have, any balance that you have will become your principal balance.
Okay.
So, and then the term is the period that you've been given to pay off the loan. You know, the loan is given to you and you pay in bit of pieces over 20 years. So at the end of every month, you take just a small bit from your salary and then you pay. Okay, and that is what we are trying to cure, the long period that it hangs on people such that it makes it look like a burden. We are just trying to cure that. And also the huge interest accumulation that is paid. We are also trying to cure that. So now people can now sit back and say that instead of 20 years, I can buy my house, take a loan and pay it within 5 years, within 7 years, within 10 years. And it will not be too much difficult for me based on my income. That's what we're trying to do.
Okay, so while Ghanaians who have subscribed to the public bank are benefiting from this new repayment scheme, what about individuals in the diaspora and the non-Ghanaians? How do they benefit? How do they come in?
If we're a Ghanaian and you live abroad, you qualify to take a mortgage facility from Republic Bank.
Okay.
If we're a Ghanaian and you are married to a foreigner, you and the foreigner can take a loan together. If we're a Ghanaian and you live in Ghana, okay, you can also take a facility. Whether you work in the public sector or civil private sector or you work on your own, you can. If you are a foreigner and you want to access these facilities, a mortgage facility, you should be living in Ghana for a period or working in Ghana for a period of less than 5 years. Because you see, you are given a loan, and the idea of the bank is to give you a loan to be able to buy a house and live in it and pay. so that we can take the money and then use it to give another person a loan. We are not interested in the house.
Okay.
So most people think that when they take a loan, the bank will end up confiscating the property and sell. That's not our mission at all. That's not our core business. Our core business is that we give you a loan, you pay, and then we also give another person loan, so that the ripple effect and its economic advantages and effect will now be there.
Okay.
People will have houses, people will have businesses, and then the economy will boom. That's the whole concept or model that we are running. So if we are non-Ghanaian and you are working in Ghana for a period no less than 5 years,
Okay.
then it means that you have that length of time that you will have that bit and pieces payment through your salary to be able to pay for the property that you have taken a loan to buy. Okay, so you need that time. Okay, so everybody qualifies, but you must have a link to the Ghanaian soil.
Okay, so for customers who would wish or who would want to apply for a mortgage loan for the first time, how much do they have to earn a year to make them eligible in accessing such mortgage scheme from you?
That's a very important question. And what I would like people to know is that whatever income that you earn, you will qualify for something. But one of the things that we need to get straightened out is that we need to cut our quote according to our size. You know, so if you earn, let's say, 3,000 Ghana cedis, fortunately we have a package, a collaboration that we are doing with Government of Ghana that gives public and civil servants an interest rate as low as 11.9%. That assists such individuals to acquire properties within a certain range between 100 to 200,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Now, we have also commissioned developers to develop houses to meet this number. But then again, knowing the price, the property is not a very big one. It's 2 bedrooms, living, dining, kitchen, WC, shower. Some have each room coming and seat. That's each room has a WC and all that. But then what it means is you should be happy to own that house and to start with, rather than deciding to have a story building that sits on 70 by 100 or 80 by 100 or 100 by 100, which is 5 bedrooms and things like that. Okay. So the point that I'm driving at is your income qualifies you for something, but that something should be able to help you structure what kind of property or determine what kind of property you will want to own to start with. Okay. The most important thing is to be on the property ladder, and then you grow over the period of time.
Okay.
Okay. So if you earn 2,000, you can qualify for something. You look out for a small property that you can start with. But apart from the government loan facility, our loan to value of property is 80%. What that means is, if you want to buy a property, you're required to pay 20% as deposit. Okay. So if it happens that you have, by your income, you qualify for less than the 80%, then it means that your 20% is going to increase. That's why you need to look for a property that fits within your income range. Okay.
Alright, so for prospective investors who would want to venture or invest into mortgages, what special offer do you have for them?
Or real estate business. Okay, so what we do as a bank is that we push both the demand and the supply of the property market.
Okay.
And let me explain that. What we do is that if we identify someone who is a serious real estate developer and the person has good product, price-wise and quality-wise, we are ready to resource you to develop the houses for Ghanaians to buy. So what we do is that based on the approved mortgages that we have from you, we give you a construction finance to develop the houses. And then while the houses are completed, we also give those that we have qualified mortgage loans to buy.
Okay.
So whilst we are pushing the demand side, we are also pushing the supply side. So we give people mortgages to loans to buy by now augmenting demand. And then we also give loans to you to construct the houses and then push supply. So then we're able to create a market where people are able to get houses and developers are able to develop houses. Okay, so if we have anyone that is serious with real estate development, the person can come and talk to Republic Bank. And if there's anyone who is also interested in acquiring his property, you can come and talk to Republic Bank. Now let me make this statement. It is not advisable for an individual to work and then at the tail end when you go on retirement, you'll still be renting a property or you'll be looking for a place of your abode. It is not advisable. You need to get your property whilst you work. It shouldn't be your retirement fund going to be used for property acquisition. No.
That would be stressful.
That would be very stressful. So whilst you work, take a mortgage, get a small property where you and your family can live and you have the peace of mind, the comfort of your home, that you develop your family. And then whilst you go on retirement, you can also have a peaceful place to rest. It's extremely important.
So for individuals who would want to have access to a mortgage loan, but they have no idea as to the product you offer them, would you kindly elaborate or explain to us some products that may interest prospective customers?
Okay, so you can have a home purchase,
okay,
which is a situation where you have a completed property, you buy and then you move in.
right.
And that's what I said, the loan to value is 80%.
Okay.
So in that case, you get a property, you're supposed to pay 20% of the value or the price, and then the bank will offer you 80%. So you'll be assessed based on 80%. Then we also have another facility. There are people who own good properties. The title is certified, registered, and good, but they don't have money. We call it property rich, cash poor. So you can use that property to take equity. You use it to take funds. You'll be living in the property or you would have rented out the property, but you use the same property to take funds,
Okay.
which can be used to buy another property or to invest in your business. And then we have those, the average, it takes about 5 to 15 years for people to start and complete their properties. And that's a lot of costs. So we have home completion, where individuals who start their own property after getting to lintel level can come to the bank and take a fund to complete the property and live in it or rent out. So that the money that you could have used to pay rent somewhere could now be used to service the mortgage. Okay. And then we also have home improvement, where there are people who have good properties in good locations and the property are dilapidated.
Okay.
In that case, you take some fund to improve on the property and then you can rent it out or live in it. Okay. We have many other, and then we have the public sector home ownership scheme, which is for public and civil servants, which we are doing with the government of Ghana.
Okay.
And we have commissioned developers to develop our houses. We have something again we call collateral replacement indemnity, where the 20% that you have to contribute will now be insured. So we give you 100% mortgage and then you pay, but you will be paying a small premium on the insured sum. Okay. Which will now, so you'll be paying that once a year, whilst you'll be honoring your repayment on the loan amount. So this and many other are the products that we have. Our products are not cast in stone.
Okay.
The point is, if you come to Republic Bank, that's why we say that we are the one for you. If you come to Republic Bank, based on your issue, we are able to craft the product to see, provided it will work and it will help more the corporates to be able to acquire houses. We are willing and able to create the product with that, so that many more people can now access houses. And then at the end of the day, we should be able to reduce the huge housing deficit that we have in this country.
Okay. So how long does it take for an individual who has been subscribed to Republic Bank to be granted access to a mortgage loan?
As soon as you open an account and you get an offer from someone to buy, the process starts. You just pick application form and complete and submit. If the property is ready, maximum 6 weeks, the process is completed and you move in.
No.
The only thing is that if the property is not ready, we will have to wait for the property to be completed if it is home purchase.
Okay.
Because the idea of the home purchase is that you should be able to move into the property and then use your income, okay, that was using on rent payment to now service the mortgage. So you don't pay rent, but you are now servicing a mortgage, and then over the time you build equity in the property. What it means is, as a property value appreciates,
Okay.
that appreciation in value becomes money for you.
Okay.
That's how it is.
Alright, so Republic Bank has been nominated for the best mortgage bank in the upcoming Ghana Property Award. Why do you think Republic Bank deserves it?
You see, and I'm very grateful for this question. We have a number of mortgage companies in this country, and if you look at it carefully, the one that affects the population of Ghana and the one that offer products that solve the problem that we have is Republic Bank. Over the last 2 years, the collaboration between Republic Bank and the government of Ghana has assisted many public and civil servants to acquire properties. There is no other bank in this country that has been able to achieve what Republic Bank did. Not even one, apart from Republic Bank. And so what we believe in is not just the value of a portfolio. When I say the value of the portfolio, you can be given so much loans to non-resident Ghanaians in dollars. And every time the cedi depreciates, the value balloons. But if we are giving them in cedis, the value may not balloon, but the volume is there. Okay. Because we are touching lives. We are making many people get properties, and that is the essence of the work. Okay, so it is not just making profit as a company, but it is also helping people to improve their lives, helping the society in which you are. That is the core value of Republic Bank, that we will build up our societies, okay, and we will help the people in the society and improve on the society. And that is why we are keen about the lower to middle income mortgages for the population, or of the population. We are very keen about that because we think that that is where the need is and should be met.
So my final question, what message do you have for prospective customers and investors who are looking for the best mortgage product or scheme?
Well, to the investors, I should say that yes, the demand is there, but the effective demand is not as high as they anticipate.
Okay.
So if you want to come into this market, you can do that if you are very proactive. And to the buyers, what I would like to tell them is that it is good to have your own property, and at least over your lifetime or your working time, use a mortgage facility to acquire your own. Don't live and retire without having your own property. That will be a suicide. So for those who would like to make inquiries concerning getting a mortgage, you can talk to customer care at republicghana.com. Customer care at republicghana.com, and also contact number 0302 429 577 0302 429 577, and our head office number is 0302 2420 90 up to 4 0302 2420 90 up to 4, and you can also contact them on 0302 429 555 0302 429 555.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.